Hello, this is Alex Kennedy, and this is a day in my life. So every day I usually get up and get all my clothes and stuff together. And then I go into the bathroom normally and take a shower right away. Now sometimes I will sit down and eat at the apartment, but today I decided to go out and get something to eat. I went ahead and put my jacket on, and then I usually leave the lights on because they turn off automatically. And then I typically, lock my door, walk outside slowly, get my bearings right. And then I don't lock my other door, the door to the apartment, because usually people go in and out. So it's typically fine. Then I go and take a walk. And, honestly, sometimes people decide to, drive their cars to school or, onto campus or ride their bike, whatever. But I typically walk. And I live right off of campus. I live on East Main Quarters, right on East Main Street. And so, it's about a 20-minute walk-ish from the south side of campus. And I typically see a lot of, decent stuff. I have to, go to the front of my apartment complex because I live in the back. But then I cross my road, and that typically takes a while because more often than not, there's a lot of different kinds of cars driving and whatnot. And crossing the street can be difficult. So I typically do that. And then I walk down a giant road. Like, this road is huge, and it goes all the way to the south side of campus. And it's a really nice walk. You see all sorts of things there. And then getting on campus, you see all sorts of really cool buildings and whatnot. There's a lot of, glass buildings and tall buildings. And then there is, as you go a little further, there is a huge open field where you can access basically every building, or at least most buildings that you have your classes in. Thankfully, me being a media arts student, I just have to go to the right of this huge field. But that's not where I'm going right away. Right now, I'm deciding to go and get something to eat. Today's an off day, so I don't really have class, but I typically like to walk and go out and whatnot. So I come up to the KUC, which is it's a place where you can get a lot of food items like Subway, Chick-fil-A. I think there's kind of like a Starbucks ripoff. Or, well, it's not a ripoff because they sell Starbucks drinks. But anyways, I decided to go and get some Chick-fil-A today. So I went ahead, I go and order, and there's nobody. There's nobody around because it's really early. I went out at 7 a.m. to do this, so it was great. So, I go and get my food. I get a chicken biscuit and some chicken minis and a drink, and it was delicious. It was great. I'm glad I was able to stop and do that. Then, typically after that, depending on, what day it is, whether I have classes or not, I'll either eat breakfast at the apartment or eat breakfast there, and then I'll wait around for a little bit, and then I typically have class in the media arts building at around 10 or 11, Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I decided to go and get some coffee a little bit after that, so I went to the library on campus, which is it's a really nice library. But I decided to go and get some Starbucks, and it was pretty packed when I went. As you can see, there's all sorts of people getting coffee and whatnot. But I decided to get a venti white chocolate mocha and a chocolate croissant. So that was great, and I really enjoyed that. Here you are. You can see me, showing you those items, and they were delicious. So typically, after all of that, I walk home. I go on to the same street. I take another path depending on where I am. Right then and there, I was towards the right side of campus, where my college is typically. So I tend to go a different way. And as you can see, you know, there's a really cool glass building. I go against a wall, and yeah, it's typically a fun experience. So I go on the street, and then I get home. So that's typically how it goes every day. Typically try to go out even when I don't have class, just to walk. So yeah, there's a day in my life.